How's it going, everybody? Solomon here with the Third Beard channel, and in today's video it's going to be a completely different kind of video than any of the other ones we've put on this channel. Today is a cooking video. So if you've seen any of my videos on this channel, you guys know that I love me some brisket. Brisket is one of my favorite foods in the whole world. Barbecue brisket, just love it to pieces. That's why I check out a lot of barbecue places. That's why y'all are going to be seeing a lot of barbecue review videos here. And I just really love it. But I want to learn how to cook brisket. Now, I don't have a smoker yet, anyway. And I did find out that you can cook it in the oven. May not necessarily be quite as good as in the smoker, but today I want to try to cook my first brisket ever in the oven, and I want to take you guys along on that journey. Now, I am not a fan of cooking. I do not like cooking. It's not one of my favorite things in the world. In my household, we have pretty good delegation of duties in the house. My wife does the cooking. I take care of the kitchen. I keep it clean and everything. And you know, we share the responsibilities in the house like any marriage should. You know, I don't leave her to do everything, and she doesn't leave me to do everything. But one thing that I don't like to do is cook, and one thing that she doesn't like to do is really clean up the kitchen. It's not her favorite thing in the world. So we try to play on each other's strengths and dislikes and everything, and that's how things work. She also does not really like vacuuming, so that's what I do, and that's how we kind of give and take in this relationship, or we kind of work things out. So it works out really well. So she does all the cooking usually. But I really am wanting to do some new things, and part of this channel is me trying new things, whether it be going new places, trying new skills, and like I'm about to do now, trying to cook, learn to cook new things. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. We're going to go through the whole process, setting up the brisket, getting it cooked, and then taste testing it at the end and see how it is. So whether it's good or not, you guys are going to find out. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you know when I upload a new video. And let's get started. The first thing I did was I went ahead and washed off the brisket that I got. Now, this brisket did not have a very high fat content. It was my first one I ever chose, and there really wasn't a huge selection at the grocery store that I picked. That was a mistake on my part, but that's okay. And then I just pat dried it with some paper towels to kind of get it kind of dried off, and then we're going to move on to the next step. My next step was I doused this puppy in some vegetable oil on both sides, because that's where I'm going to, it's going to help kind of cook it, but it's also going to allow the rub to kind of get patted in there, make it stick. And that's just pretty much what I did. Notice I'm using gloves, make myself look fancy and make it look like I know what I'm doing. But made sure I got a good coating on it. Kind of made sure it was kind of rubbed into the meat. I got my cook pan set up, wrapped in tin foil, and then I used a little piece of parchment paper where the meat's actually going to lay on. It just helps with cleanup and it keeps it from sticking. And I'm going to put parchment paper on top of the meat too, but this will just kind of help alleviate some of the mess, because we're also going to put the rub on there while the meat's sitting on the parchment paper as well. Now we go ahead and prepare the meat by putting our rub on. Definitely don't want to skip on that rub. I cover the meat as much as I can on both sides and all the top and the bottom. I used 4 Rivers BBQ Brisket rub, and I'm gonna foreshadow this by telling you this stuff is uber spicy. So just forewarned, if you use it sparingly and use some other kind of rub, maybe a paprika based rub, because this stuff will burn you out, let me tell you. It is very spicy. I also added some sugar to the rub too, so I kind of had a feeling it was going to be a little bit spicy because I did taste it. Alright, so we got it all seasoned up and set in the pan. This is only a 2.83 pound brisket, which is just big enough for the 2 of us. Should be good. I've got it seasoned on both sides and ready to go. So from what I'm reading, this thing should only take about 3 hours to cook at about 300, cooking it slow. And so we're gonna see how it does. I'm letting the oven heat up, and I'm gonna kind of give it a minute and wait. So we'll see what happens. Before cooking, I place another piece of parchment over the top, and then I heavily wrap the final thing in tin foil to get it ready to go in the oven. Alright, so it is extremely juicy. This is what it looks like right now. I need to check it and see if it's cooked all the way and if it's ready. Not quite sure just by looking at it. A little bit well done. Let's taste it. That's good. It's just very spicy. Whew. That spice is very spicy. Alright. Cool. Yeah, so it pulls apart okay. It's just a little bit dry and a little well done in the center. But It does kind of fall apart pretty well. Have to try it with some barbecue sauce and see how that is. But all in all, I'm not too bad, too unhappy with it. I definitely want to learn my own rubs. Maybe less spice. Whew, it's got a little kick to it. That's not too bad. I just used 4 Rivers BBQ Brisket rub as my spice rub, and then I used some sugar and salt and pepper and stuff on there too, but that's kind of what I used. And whew, has a bite to it, but it's really good. So not too bad for my first one. I'm okay. So let's get this plated and see how the wife likes it too. All right, I'm using Willie Jules barbecue sauce. It's one of my favorite barbecue sauces. Got some mac and cheese, some coleslaw, and brisket. So let's go taste it. It's pretty good. It's a little drier than I had planned. My wife's been telling me a couple of things that might help for the next one. And the rub that I used is very spicy. It's very, very spicy. So I'm going to change a few things up for the next one that I do. But as far as my first brisket I've ever cooked by myself, I'm not too upset with it. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Good. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy this for the rest of the video. I thank you all for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification icon so you know when I upload a new video. And I really appreciate it. And until next time, make sure you find the joy in life. Thanks for watching the Third Beard channel. Here's a video selection and here's a playlist suggestion. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.